Right, hey, it worked. Yeah, I didn't know we could do profile pictures on Anchor.
Yep, I told you that a couple months ago.
Oh, hey, nice picture.
Thank you.
Alright.
So, welcome to the Random Hour.
Yeah, for real. I was about to say, the movie we reviewed is...
Listen, we've been doing a lot of work on our new podcast, Popcorn Buckets. So if you want to go over there and show it some love, that would be great. That being said, we're on the Random Hour today. This is our first one filming in a while.
God, I'm gonna say, we haven't filmed an episode since,
1947.
it feels like it's not been that long ago, but it feels like forever.
I mean, it was this year, so.
Yeah. It was when I first moved down here, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because we knocked out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you know what? It was during the 4th of July week that we knocked out a bunch of episodes.
Yep. I think the last one we recorded was the sex talk one.
Sex is icky.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's one of my favorite ones we've recorded so far.
Wait, is that the one where I accused you of being a lizard? Or
Yeah.
did we... Okay. I was like... Or did we just legit have a sex ed video? Today we're gonna talk about sex ed. How your private Christian university failed you. I mean, public high school and private high school failed you.
Listen, we might as well make an episode about that, because the amount of times I give you a sex ed lesson. Good.
Yeah.
grief. We were in the middle of a mellow mushroom, and I'm like, Devin, this is a vagina. Point to the clitoris, and he's just like, Megan pointed to where the clitoris was.
Yeah, anyways, I don't know the female anatomy. I don't have one.
I don't either, Devin.
You know what? Good for you. I'm glad you know.
Yep.
But no, do we want to tell them what we wanted to talk about today?
I'm talking about George Washington.
I'm talking about apples.
What?
I don't know. I saw an opening for a bit and it fell flat on my face.
Would you like to... We should discuss why we sound the way we do right now.
Because we're both exhausted?
Yes. So basically, I went to bed at like 1:40, or not 1:40, 12:40 last night. And I woke up at 5 a.m. and now I'm at work. I ended up accidentally taking a nap in a class on the floor in a corner.
Yeah, no, I was just out late. Now I don't know why I'm dead tired. I mean, I got home at like 1. Yeah, I got home at 1, went to bed probably about 1:30.
We're not getting as young as we were. We both just had birthdays too.
God, I guess so. I didn't think 25 would make you feel so old.
Friday. You know what I did?
Napped?
I napped for nearly almost the entire day.
Oh, that's right. You said something yesterday.
Yeah, like I took a fat nap, like a fat nap. Like I slept for a majority of the day, like an alarming amount.
Lord help us. And sad part is we're not even that old.
Well, I went to go visit my grandmother. We both just ended up taking naps.
It'd be like that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say nothing. Megan's been crocheting like crazy.
We're all getting old. She's crocheting. We're taking naps.
God, now you're gonna tell me I need to start pulling for my 401k.
I was gonna say we should start taking up shuffleboard.
And go on cruises and wear khaki shorts.
I already wear khaki shorts.
I don't. I need to embrace them.
Listen, Devin only wears gym shorts. And I refuse to wear gym shorts out in public.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want people to see the outline of my penis.
uh, you know what? Let's start. Let's focus up. Start on today's topic.
George Washington.
Yes. And what are we gonna do with old, honest Washington?
So, Devin, I have a game for you.
All right.
You're gonna answer true or false. I'm gonna give you a fact, and you have to tell me if it's true or false. If it's false, I'll give you the actual fun fact.
All right.
This is one of my hyperfixations of history.
Okay.
So, I thought I would make a game out of it that you could enjoy.
All right. I guess people at home could play too if they want it.
Yeah, they probably could.
Yeah, just pause it after. I say just pause it after he gives the fact. Answer real fast and then resume.
You know, they could just answer and then keep listening.
I mean, I might know some stuff pretty fast. You know, sometimes they gotta sit and think about it. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, "Durr," for 5 minutes straight.
Can we pull up the clip of you thinking for 5 minutes straight?
I'm not gonna pull up the clip of me thinking 5 minutes straight.
We've got a lot of the clips though.
Oh God.
There was the one where I'm writing on the floor trying to give you hints to help you seem smart, and it did not work.
It happens.
That's my least favorite episode.
Oh God, that's episode 2, ain't it?
I don't remember. I've been trying to block that out.
He said I've been trying to block that out. All right, let's begin.
All right, Devin. The Washington Monument in Washington, D.C. is I'm already struggling to read. Engineered to resemble the clock tower John Lawrence used to signal the British were coming.
I'm gonna say true.
False.
Oh, what? That actually makes sense. All right, tell the fact.
It's designed to resemble an Egyptian obelisk. So does the pyramid design of the thickness of the marble.
Oh. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, that makes more sense. See, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I could see it being a clock tower.
It looks nothing like a clock tower.
I mean, I could see it.
No one can see that. It's an obelisk.
Concur. All right, number 2. I'm already starting off weak already. I'm sinking.
All right. George Washington was technically tortured to death trying to save him from epilogatus, an infection in his throat.
He was tortured in order to save his throat by that disease.
He was technically tortured to death trying to save his life.
Oh, I know this is true. You've said this like 100 times throughout our friendship. That's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Due to the primitive medicine of the time, they removed 40% of his blood that made him uncomfortably hot to try to cure him. This was due to the beliefs of bad blood at the time. Despite this, George Washington did survive quinsy, carbuncle, pneumonia, dysentery, tuberculosis, diphtheria, smallpox, and malaria before. Also, despite getting epilogatus from the cold in a single battle, he survived an ice-clogged river, burning, and a massacre of a fort necessity, having 2 horses being shot out from under him and having bullets come so close to hitting him they grazed his clothes in a single battle.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, I'm 1. I got 1 so far.
Yep, you're 1 and 1.
1 and 2.
No, you got 1 right and 1 wrong.
All right, so you're gonna. Okay, gotcha. 1 and 1. Let's do this. Number 3.
Washington served without pay for the duration of the Revolution. His expenses were all stolen from the British ships. He took pride in the cleverness and benefit that it also helped boost the nation's economy.
I'm trying to think. He worked for Three Doors. I mean, that's a logical reason, but I'm gonna say. My gut's telling me true.
Why is it telling you true?
Because I feel like that's something he would do, and that logic makes sense for a new nation to boost their economy.
Are you sure about that?
I'm gonna, you know what? No, I'm gonna change my answer because I wouldn't want to fight in a war for free. False. Final answer, false.
It's false. His expenses were paid for by Congress, totaling $160,074 to $40,000 plus, depending on how the conversion of the British pounds are converted for today's inflation. Washington would also utilize vagueness when writing expensive. This is why Congress no longer pays for the president's expenses while they are in office anymore.
Wow, Washington, you just had to mess it up.
We reviewed Hamilton on the Random Hour, or not Random Hour. Popcorn Buckets.
That we did.
George win the British War, and we shoot back. We responded, we're eating our horses.
Right.
You don't remember that?
No, it's been so long. That movie, I know we just recorded that episode not that long ago, but that movie feels like forever because I just got lost in the story.
Okay. All right, Devin, you're 1 and 2.
Let's go. 2 right?
2 wrong.
Oh, that's right. I said true. That's right for that one.
I just want you to know I was actually rooting for you to say false.
I know. Part of me was like, oh, that's false. But I was like, that makes sense logically. But all right, 1-2. On to number 4.
All right, the Washington Monument's dimensions are 555 feet, or 169 millimeters or meters high. It takes up the area of 106.01 acres, or 42.90 hectares. The coordinates on the National Mall in D.C. are 38 degrees, 58 inches, and 58 feet, 22 inches north, 77 degrees, 2 feet, 7 inches wide.
I have no clue how to find those numbers, but those all sound legit to me. So true.
It's true.
Let's go.
Because I didn't want to change the numbers, and I was tired when I typed this. I literally wrote this on the true part.
Let's go. I was like, God, that all sounds legit. True.
All right, so you're 2 and 2, Devin.
Let's go. 2 and 2.
All right, Devin. On the summer of 1783, George Washington.
If you were said the summer of 1983, like, dang, Mr. Washington was kicking it.
No, he was dead then.
All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. Continue.
The summer of 1783, George Washington, he drafted the circular letter to the state, which was a letter of what he believed would help the America to succeed.
Okay, I know he did that, but I'm not 100% sure if it was in the summer of '83. So I'm gonna go with false.
Damn it, Devin.
Dang, it was true, wasn't it?
It was.
Dang it! I was like, somewhere in I thought it wasn't in the summertime when he wrote it.
True. That letter was a precursor to his farewell address, which came out 13 years later in 1796. This is when Washington was finally ready to step down.
Dang.
So you're 2 and 3.
Darn. I'm about to be 3 and 3 with this next question. Let's get it.
Maybe not.
Uh-oh.
You may get this one. Wait, what did you say?
I said I'm going to get this next one.
Oh, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Never mind. I thought you said I'm not going to get this next one. And my mind was like, no, you're going to get this.
He said, Kyle's like, you got this, dog? 3 for 3. Let's get it. See it.
George Washington never fostered biological children.
That is true?
That is true. It's true, but when he married Martha, who was a widower, he gained a stepchildren, John Park Curtis and Martha Park Curtis, aka Patsy. While Patsy died of epilepsy at 17, there are many letters from George to John. George Washington was still a monumental father figure to many people, especially like Hamilton and others.
Right. See, I almost said false to that because I was thinking of Benjamin Franklin for some reason. I was like, no way, he never had any children.
Well, I've told you this before.
That too.
All right, Devin. George Washington only had a middle school education.
Oh, he only had a middle school education. True?
False.
Dang.
It was an elementary school education.
Dang. I knew it was something because didn't he like drop out of school to cut trees down or something?
I forget why, but I think it was for his family, if I'm not mistaken. So
Dang.
you're 3 and 4.
Dang it, 3 and 4. I can get this. Let's go.
In the Percy Jackson series by Rick Rowland, George Washington, and Harry Houdini are referenced as Greek demigods when Greek gods come to America to do a task, while Hitler is not confirmed but alluded to be the son of Hades. True or false?
Oh, crap. All right, you hit me with a curveball because I don't remember the Percy Jackson series. Oh, dude, hold up. I'm going to say true.
George Washington and Harry Houdini are confirmed to be demigods in Percy Jackson. So you got it right.
Yes.
So you're 4 and 4?
4 and 4, yeah.
All right, Devin, number 9.
All right.
George Washington could sometimes be arrogant and talk down to his underlings and compatriots.
Oh, come on. That's everybody at some point.
No, it's not.
I'm going to say false.
It's false.
Yes.
As mentioned before, he was a master of spycraft and thus was very reserved and patient, not wanting to reveal everything he thought.
Let's go 5 and 4. 5 and 4.
All right, George Washington was only the U.S. president to run unopposed.
True.
That is true.
Yeah, he was the first one. Duh.
You were what are you at?
6 and 4.
Yeah, that's right. Technically he's not the first, but okay.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The Library of Congress holds 65,000 original document of George Washington's expenses as commander-in-chief.
I'm gonna go with false. That's way too much paper. No, wait. True. That sounds legit. True.
It's true.
Yes.
All right. George Washington Bridge toll was a double-decker suspension bridge that connects New York City, boroughs, Fort Lee, and New Jersey. This bridge is the world's third busiest motor vehicle bridge. True or false?
False.
Why?
Oh wait, no, it's false. I'm just gonna go false. That doesn't sound right.
Yes, but can you tell me why it's false?
I feel like it's busier bridges elsewhere in the country.
All right, Devin, you're right and wrong. So it is false,
Okay.
but it is the world's busiest motor vehicle bridge. It carries over 103 million vehicles from a survey in 2016.
Oh.
You keeping score?
I think that's making me 7-4. Yeah, I'm 7-4.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, close enough. What? Yeah, 7-4. Yeah, we're on. What question are we on? 10? No, 12.
13.
Yeah, 7-4.
We're good at math here.
Yeah, for real.
George Washington was a mule breeder for a while. Thus, he created the mule stock.
Oh, that's false.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's false.
Devin, you are wrong.
Dang it! Now I'm 7-5.
Yeah. It's true. He also bred dogs such as Dalmatians, French hounds, Italian greyhounds, Newfoundlands, Spaniels, English foxhounds, pointers, and terriers. Washington loved dogs and selectively bred hunting dogs, and has the years when he ended up preferring them to be more for speed, and he gave his dogs endearing nicknames such as Drunkard, Madam Moose, Sweet Lips, and Venus.
Huh. Sweet Lips.
He was a big animal guy.
Fair enough.
All right. The construction of the Washington Monument began in 1848. Then halted. What?
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the question. Continue.
And then halted construction for 23 years until construction proceeded again in 1854 to 1877 due to the lack of money. Despite the issue with the ironworks during the Civil War, construction did not halt.
It's that part about the Civil War. I could have sworn it was done before the Civil War. But my gut's telling me true.
False. The stone structure was completed in 1884, but the metal framed inside wasn't completed until 1888.
Dang. That's what threw me off. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was done before the Civil War. Dang. Oh well. Now I'm 7.
A little sneaky on you.
That was a good question.
All right.
I'm 7-6, so we should be on question
15.
15, yeah.
All right. Once George Washington and some of his army buddies celebrated the signing of the Constitution by drinking enough booze to total the sum of money was worth $17,253 in today's currency.
Oh, that's true. I remember you telling me that.
It is true. So, fun fact, this bar is still standing and active today. It was called the City Tavern. The party had roughly 55 guests, including troops, politicians, farmers, and 16 more people who were working at the bar that night. This is including musicians, bartenders, servers, etc. By the end of the night, the party drank 54 bottles of Bordeaux wine, 8 bottles of old stock whiskey, 22 bottles of porter ale, 8 bottles of hard cider, 12 jugs of beer, and 7 large bowls of punch. Some of the staff also drank with their total was 5 bottles of Madeira wine, 7 bowls of punch, 16 bowls of borax. Apparently, the bill also included broken glasses and furniture. When adjusting for inflation, the final bill came out to be 89 pounds and 4 shillings, or roughly $253,201. It's very important to remember that during this time, before a lot of the manufacturing regulations on alcohol, it was more potent and a lot more strong than today's.
Sheesh.
Yep. Devin, could you run down what your score is?
I am 8-6.
Okay. We're going to go to commercial.
Yeah, that should be right? What question are we on?
We just finished 15.
What up? 9, 10, 11, 12, 31. Yeah, that's right. 8-6.
Okay.
You said we just finished 15?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's right. 8-6. Write that down real fast.
On some paper.
Oh, wait, here, I got it.
Yeah, write it down.
All right, 8-6.
Okay. Now let's take a break for our ad.
Yellow.
How'd you like that ad?
It was great. Now, let's talk on to our unofficial ad. Sponsored by... I don't know what to install. You know what? We're going to promote our new podcast, Popcorn Buckets, where we review movies, have a few laughs, just have a good time. Grab your popcorn bucket today.
I should clarify that we're not actually currently selling popcorn buckets. That's like the catchphrase right now.
Yeah, for real. It's okay. I thought about it this morning. I was like, I think a little cool logo design if we just turn our faces into popcorn buckets.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about merch. We could have this week's shitty parenting and then grab your popcorn buckets and kissing is icky.
See, I like the kissing is icky, man. Kissing's just icky.
There's also hashtag Devin doesn't wet the bed. Hashtag Devin is scared of books.
Hashtag nope.
There's also hashtag Kyle is a lizard person.
Dude, for real. Freaking lizard people.
Alright. Speaking of that sort of thing, George Washington knew dinosaurs existed.
I'm trying to think. When was the first? I'm trying to remember when the first thing. Yeah, that's true because then they found the first fossil during the Revolutionary War.
Nope. He didn't know dinosaurs existed.
Dang, so that's false.
Yeah, dinosaurs weren't discovered till decades later, and still, if they did find bones, which sometimes they did, they typically thought it was like dragons or something.
Dang, now I'm 8-7.
George Washington's teeth were actually made of sheep teeth.
Ah, crap. Hold up. Give me a second.
Don't Google it.
I'm not Googling it. I'm trying to think. That's part of the game. If I just Googled it, I'd have a perfect score.
You're currently 8-7.
I'm gonna say false.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna say false.
Devin?
I'm wrong.
You're 9-7.
Woo! Let's go.
So George Washington's teeth were actually from his slaves in ivory. He ruined them from cracking walnuts. This being said, towards the end of the military career in the Revolutionary War, he felt uncomfortable about owning other people, and this is possibly due to closely working with slaves and Africans during the war. Despite this new feeling of supporting abolition in theory, he never put this into practice, He also spent 3 years hunting down one of Martha's runaway slaves in 1796. Also, when he died, his will said that to free all of his slaves, but he had the stipulation that they stayed with Martha for the rest of her life.
Huh.
He also had a couple sets of teeth.
So I remember the couple sets of teeth.
All right, Devin. George Washington led a horrible military career at the age of 22 that nearly sparked a world war, and the British Army didn't even want him. This being said, he excelled more in spycraft.
I'm gonna say true.
Devin? 10 and 7, I think.
Yeah.
True. But his death, whilst he wasn't an exceptional general or soldier, his death, England and Napoleon flew their flags at half-mast to show respect for the official president of the United States.
Oh. Wow.
George Washington Bridge has 16 lanes.
Oh, I don't know that one at all, actually. I've never been to it. 16 lanes?
Yep.
I'm going to say false, because I want to know if this is true or not. So I'm going to say false.
It is false. It actually has 14.
Oh. Where's it located at?
Seriously?
Yes, can you retell me?
It's in New York, and it leads to New Jersey. Remember?
Ah. Let's go 11 and 7, boys.
George Washington never wore a wig, but powdered his red hair white to fit in.
That sounds like something you would tell me. True.
It is, and I have told you.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm like, that makes sense.
So, just a fun fact, a lot of the founding fathers were actually gingers.
Yeah, that's what you would always say. That, like, that's your conversation starter.
Yeah. My ADHD awkward self would just be like, fun fact. And Megan would be in the background, fun fact.
God, she would say that. She would say that all the time. Because she was around you a lot too. And she'd be like, hey, fun fact. And I'm like,
all right, Devin, are you ready to move on?
I am. I'm just having flashbacks. Because she would... It's not the fact that she would do it constantly just to get on my nerves to pick on me.
She picked on me too.
Yeah, well, she got worse in private.
Listen, your girlfriend claims that I am Connor from Detroit becoming human.
God,
I'm not an android.
God, that game was...
I love that.
I didn't care for it.
I found it very relatable.
And that's good.
I think I just put a point in her column.
That's fine. Speaking of that game, have you replayed it recently, or have you not played your PlayStation lately?
I have not played my PlayStation in a hot minute.
Wow.
I haven't even played my Switch in a while.
Oh, wow. Dude, now that the season's over, I'm playing my Xbox a little bit, especially like Mass Effect. Oh my god, dude, Mass Effect. Just because like I got the remaster version, so I've been playing that nonstop. It's freaking crazy. Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
I recommend it though.
It's been a hot minute.
I recommend it though.
Alright, Devin. Number 21.
Alright.
There is a visible shading difference on the marble of the Washington Monument at 150 feet or 46 meters, showing where the construction was halted and resumed with a different marble source.
Oh. I'm gonna go false. There's no way that's true. False.
It is true.
Dang.
All right, Devin, what are you at?
That's an L. I want to say it's 11-9.
I think you're already at 9. Were you at 9? I don't know.
Oh, poop. Hold up. What question are we at? What question was that one?
21.
So, 11. Yeah, 11-9.
Okay. George Washington once spent $200 by today's currency standard in ice cream.
Oh, you told me that one too as the conversation started. True.
It is true. It is assumed it was sometime in the summer of 1777.
Let's go.
Listen, I really like ice cream, so the fact that I told you about ice cream when we went to get ice cream is not a far-fetched thing.
That's true. That's another one of your conversation starters. It's like, huh.
It is. Because I'm a huge nerd.
It's all right, bud. I'm going to just pat you on the back.
All right, Devin. 23.
All right.
George Washington was terrified of being buried alive and asked that they waited 3 weeks before burying him in the ground. He died on December 4th, 1799, and the funeral was on December 26th, 1799.
That is true. I remember learning about that in history class and you.
Yep, I told you that a couple months ago.
That's another one of your conversation starters too. I remember.
No, we were talking about fears one day, and I was just like, George Washington.
I remember that one. 13-9. Let's go.
When Democrat Republicans, aka the Jefferson Republicans, took control of Congress in 1801, they utilized his face as a symbol on the Federalist Party.
Say the question again, please.
When the Democratic Republicans, aka Jefferson Republicans, took control of Congress in 1801, they utilized his face as the symbol of the Federalist Party.
I'm going to say false.
Hold on a second. That monster hit me.
Okay, no doubt.
False.
It's false?
Yep. They were not pleased as punch. They were hesitant to build monuments to powerful men. Squabbling from the Civil War also blocked the completion of the Washington. The Republicans also blocked the image on his coins.
Let's go.
The dimensions of the George Washington Bridge are 604 feet, or 184 meters high, 119 feet, or 36 meters wide, and a grand total length of 4,760 feet, or 1,450 meters.
True.
It is true. It's also over the Hudson River.
Oh, okay. It's over the Hudson River. Didn't Captain Sully land the plane over the Hudson River? Or into the Hudson River?
Maybe, I think so. I don't remember.
Oh. Dude, that movie with Tom Hanks.
Knew exactly where you were going with that.
I just want to mention Tom. If we don't mention Tom Hanks in this podcast, then it's not a good episode.
Since when?
Just now.
Have we even done Tom Hanks movie?
We have not yet.
Okay.
Ooh, wait. No, we talked about Da Vinci Code. We haven't done Da Vinci Code yet. Because I've actually watched... Dude, Da Vinci Code and Da Vinci Code, blows my mind how good it is.
Fascinating.
But yeah, no, we haven't covered a Tom Hanks movie yet.
It takes up my entire screen.
Sheesh.
So 27th, George Washington brewed his own alcohol and was talked into building a distillery by James Anderson his Scottish farm manager?
False.
Okay, is that your final answer?
No, wait, stop. Hit the brake. True. Final answer.
So I need to stop the episode?
No, it's true.
All right, Devin, what's your score?
What was the result?
Tell me what your score is first.
It's should be 14-9.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but it's 15-9.
Let's go.
This is true. Washington opened it in 1797. Anderson started construction on the distillery in October of 97. It quickly became the biggest distilleries in the country, measuring 75 by 30 feet, or 2,250 square feet, versus the average 20 by 40 feet, or 800 square feet. It produced nearly 110,000 gallons of whiskey, valued at 7,500, 120,000 today. The average distillery only made 150 gallons, which was valued at 460. Washington's whiskey is assumed to be 60% rye, 55% corn, and 5% malt, judging from the records of his crops. The and rectified. Washington did not bottle whiskey, but barreled and sold it to merchants. Washington's best customer was George Gilpin, a shopkeeper in Alexandria. Washington also paid tax on his distillery. In 1798, he paid $332 on 616 gallons, operating 12 months.
Huh. Wow.
We learned it up in here.
Well, I might as well learn something, because you never know. Next episode, we might be talking about how aliens takes over our minds.
For what?
I don't know. Something crazy. Next episode's probably something crazy.
Washington's slaves only worked in the pastures harvesting crops for his whiskey.
True?
False.
Oh, wait. In my brain, I was like, no, that ain't right. It's the way you worded it. You got me. Good.
Okay, why do you think it would be false?
It's false because they had to work in his house, in the White House, and...
You gotta remember Martha also had slaves.
I see.
But no, it's false because he had 6 skilled slaves that worked at the distillery specifically. Their names were Hanson, Peter, James, Nat, Daniel, and Timothy, who worked with hired Scottish man and farm manager James Anderson.
I see.
Typically, Martha's slaves worked in the house.
Oh, okay.
I think this is pretty clear, but I just want to throw this out here, Devin. We don't support slavery.
I mean, obviously.
Equal rights. Race. Big no. I just really need to put that out there after how much I talked about George Washington having slaves.
That's right. Everybody's equal.
This is going to be one of the few times I cuss on this podcast, but fuck racism.
That's right.
All right, Devin. Washington fed his pigs the fermented slop from the distillery.
Say it again.
Washington fed his pigs the fermented slop from the distillery.
True.
It is true.
Let's go.
All right, Devin. What's your score?
It's 16-9. No. It's 16-11.
Okay. You got 2 more questions.
All right.
George Washington always attended church every Sunday.
False. That's something you told me before.
It is false. Actually, George Washington, while pushed for others to go to church every Sunday, he did not make it every Sunday himself. While serving as church guard and vestryman, he also frequently skipped communion.
Yeah, that's another one of your conversation. George Washington's your conversation starter.
Listen, I got hyper focused on making this, and I just started throwing out fun facts in our conversations.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay if George Washington's your go-to guy. It's okay.
I actually don't care for him. He's not my favorite president.
It's okay. He's just your conversation starter. You warm up with him, and then you go into your favorite one, Taft.
Taft?
Yeah, you love Taft. Buried in the piano
What?
case.
What?
Yeah, you love
It's
President Taft.
TR.
Dude, no. Kyle, you tell me every time, every couple months,
Once
President
I get
Taft.
off work, I'm going to drive down to where you're at and stab you in your shin.
You're gonna stab me in my shin.
Just the shin. And then I'm going to drive all the way back for my work, for my shift tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, Devin, what are you at?
I'm at, should be 15 and 12.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, Devin, you got two more.
All right.
I realized I did not notice the one at the bottom.
Okay, that's fine.
Washington was assumed to be an alcoholic.
Well, considering all the alcohol questions we've had today, true.
Is that your... Okay. False.
Oh.
False. Dubbing by history records, he didn't seem to consume more than the average person in this time period, nor does anything allude to him being one. Some historians assume if he was addicted to something, some sort of substance, it would have been laudanum addiction. This is back in the historical records that show he consumed laudanum. He seemed to be fond of Madeira, a fortified Portuguese wine, as well. Complained that he thought his servants were drinking it several times, and that he grew hemp. It should be noted that this is purely speculation, though.
Oh.
All right, Devin. George Washington was 6'2" and weighed 175 pounds.
Oh, dude, true. That's another one you told me.
Okay, you're right. All right, Devin, last one. What are you at?
Let's go. I think 17 and 15, 14.
Sounds about right. George Washington was assumed to be, by that day's standards, was perceived as asexual.
Say the question again.
By that time's standards, George Washington would be perceived as asexual.
I want to say false.
True.
Dang it.
He didn't pine after women that often, or it was very rare. But one time he did fancy this one girl that was about to be married, which wasn't Martha Washington.
Oh.
This is before Martha Washington.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's okay. When I was watching the, spoiler alert, the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie, apparently his wife, when he first met her, was engaged to Frederick Douglass. And it's like, dang, he became Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I mean,
it happened.
let's see. Devin, I think that's all the questions I have for you. What's your final score?
It should have been 17-15.
Okay. Now, Devin, did you like this game?
I enjoyed this game. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time, I could hear the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire theme song playing in the background. The answers A and B.
You know, I actually do put music in the background for these, right?
Oh, cool. Try to find something similar to the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire theme song.
I probably won't, but I'll do my best.
Let's go. I need to use a hint. All right, I need the 50-50 cheat, and I need to phone a friend.
All right, Devin. Maybe we'll record another one like this again. Let's see. What should we end this with? So check out our new podcast, Popcorn Buckets, and also check out more sports. If you liked sports.
Yes, the sports ball.
Yep. I think we cover everything from curling to football.
We did, well, when are you dropping this episode?
I'm thinking probably July.
Oh. Well, as of this recording, the December episode, we talk about the Marvel Pro superhero, Roman.
Yep.
I just butchered that name.
Sorry, what?
I just butchered his name. The NFL superhero for Marvel Comics.
NFL Super Pro.
NFL superhero. Thank you. I called him Pro Man. I was like, that's not his name.
I thought you said Roman.
No, I said Pro Man. I was like, Pro Man.
But no, and we also have a YouTube channel now.
That we do.
And then, if this does come out in July, the last episode we record was about the non-binary.
Right, yes.
And then we also have a website, which I need to update. But, yes.
I think that about covers it.
How did we end these episodes again?
I don't remember. I'm telling you. Part of me is like, I want to find my last words, but this isn't Popcorn Buckets.
Yeah.
I think we just plugged in the website and the other podcast, and we ended it.
Okay, bye.